Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's another scene for Living World of Darkness, and tonight is Samhain. Samhain is the night in which Fae all across the world are driven to their dark desires. Usually, unfortunately or fortunately, tonight, Samhain is not only affecting the Fae. Drew, our darling satyr Drew, sent a text message out. He sent a text message out to his ex, Samuel Sullivan. They exchanged a few words. Finally, it got to the point where Sam said, "Screw it all," picked the phone up, and pressed dial. Drew's phone begins to ring, and Sam's number appears.
He looks at his phone and closes his eyes and pushes that button. Hello?
Ah. It was, in fact, you. I was worried somebody stole your phone.
Oh yeah, they stole my phone and I divulged all of my personal information to them.
I didn't know if some enemy of mine had you tied up in a basement somewhere, divulging all of your heartfelt secrets to me.
Yeah, I have so many secrets.
So many. I want to see you. Where are you?
I'm home.
Do you think home is necessarily the best place for us to meet up right now?
Well, where do you suggest?
It's not a bad idea. I'll be over in 20 minutes or so. Give me 20 minutes.
Alright.
I get dressed. Until shall I hang up and kind of look at his phone. Take a deep breath. Larwin had an event she had to go to tonight that he didn't go to because of the party at the Sept. It'll kind of pull on a sweater, black pants, boots, kind of pull his hair up into a high, messy ponytail. And about 15 minutes later, Drew can hear a knock on his door.
He's sitting on the stairs waiting, so
Okay, no knock.
It takes less than a minute for him to open the door.
He'll kind of stop and 1 second. This one roll is going to determine a lot. Let's get 5 dice. Oh, good. I passed. Oh, good. Had I botched, that would have been horrible. He looks at Drew, and Drew notices him bite his lip. And he'll say, "It was a terribly bad time, but I have quite a craving for cheese, if you don't mind."
Sure. I got that order in that you wanted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It was too late for me to cancel it, so it's upstairs.
Ah, yes. He'll kind of come in and hang his coat on the very commonly present hooks in Northerners' doors.
Yep, and Drew will make his way up the stairs.
I mean, I'm not saying this is the second time tonight that this character enjoys the view the entire way, but yeah, I'm saying it.
So he opens the door to the apartment, walks inside, and Sam will notice that all of the books on the bookshelves have more stuffed into any available crack, and there's probably 10 or 12 milk crates stacked up along the far wall full of new books.
He looks. I'll kind of try to see what the books are.
Oh, everything, anything. Basic mechanics, green tea for dummies,
Nice.
anything.
He'll kind of trace his fingers over some of them. You've been keeping busy, I see.
Been keeping distracted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam will also see a wine glass on the coffee table and a barrel of wine sitting on the kitchen counter.
You mind if I
Go ahead.
I'll kind of go over. Your character might notice that there's the faint smell of a sweet, better marijuana on him. But he'll go and he'll pour himself a glass, drain that glass, and then pour himself another glass and kind of sip that one.
Yeah, the barrel makes a hollow glugging sound, like it's mostly, I'd say, 3/4 of the way finished.
Oh, you've been busy, I see.
It's been a long life.
Okay, well, most people stop at day, but yeah, yeah, okay, I see.
He doesn't quite get very physically close to Sam. He keeps his distance.
You can give me an empathy roll.
Yeah. 2.
Oh, but he would like it if you got close.
Of course you would.
Yeah, his body as he begins to yeah, his body as your character comes closer to him, it's almost as though he suddenly perks up. It's almost as though he's ready, and then when you stop, it's very clear the letdown.
Yeah, let me roll something. Let me see some. Well, do you know if there's what the willpower? If there's anything with willpower for the holiday?
No.
Okay. Well, that would be a fail.
See, yeah.
Drew will kind of bite his lip and his hand will land on Sam's cheek and his thumb will stroke his cheek softly.
He kind of leans into it a little bit.
Can you hear it?
Sound of your heart breaking?
Yeah.
Like a clear bell. It's the first winter morning. Yes, I can, I promise you.
I don't understand. I try.
Oh, God. Andrew. I have a duty to my people. To when I am with you, you are my world. And everything falls away. I lose sight of everything. And you consume me so deeply that I can't focus on anything else. I would walk away from my life with my people. Without even looking back. And, I can't afford to do that. And I can't afford to have. I want to give myself to you so completely. With so much abandon. And I can't. I can't take you in moderation. You demand every inch, every muscle, fiber of my being. And you're not even trying. You don't even, just by the very nature of your being, like a clarion call to my own. You make me want to walk away from my people, to go with you into the forest streams, to live as your kind do. And I know I can't. I can't. I mustn't. And I have a duty to my people to bring about the next generation. And with you, I can't. My life is not my own. I am a servant of Grandfather Thunder. And I am a servant of Gaia. And there are things that I have to do. Which means that my path is not my own. And that one is, I won't deny that she is beautiful and the first woman who has ever captured my attention. I am not with her only because it is what is demanded of me for breeding. I do love her. Do. She has a woman. He shivers hard. It was bad enough when I was married to a man who was my own people. I can be gay. I can be with a fae. To put both is barely too much. And on top of that, as I said, you take every inch of my being and own me so completely. Do you realize how in love with you I am?
He is just wrecked. The look of just pure. You don't even need to roll anything. You can just. It's resonating from him. The pure heartache, pain. It's coming off of him in waves. Sam.
I'm so sorry.
I would never, in my wildest dreams, pull you from your people. I couldn't. If I had to drag you back there myself, I would.
I know. I know you would.
And if I could give up this part of me that I barely even know, I would.
That's what I. But I. What drew me to you? What caught my eye about you and made me love you was your beauty and the innocence that shines from inside of you. I know you have had things in your life happen, paths that have led you down that have been horrifying, even. But despite all of that, despite everything, you have this core of just purity to you. It shines from without, from within. And I am fucking insidious. I will do anything I have to serve my God. I have killed people without a second thought. And I'd do it again. I have lied and manipulated and hurt people for what I thought was the greater good. And I will do it again. And as I grow in my strength and in my way among our people, I will only become more hard and more ruthless. And I don't want you, when you are old and gray, to stand beside a man who would give you up just to get ahead. Because by that point, either I would probably not give it a second thought, or others might try to hurt you. And I don't want that either.
His hand drops from Sam's face. You realize that by protecting me from what could be, you're hurting me more than anyone else ever could.
I just got finished saying that I was ruthless, damn it. Did you not understand what I meant?
And I still love you.
God damn it. Stupid. You're so stupid.
I never.
It's over, Drew. I'm sorry. And I know I don't have to tell you. I know that we're not here to discuss the nature of our relationship. I know we've both moved on, even well, as much as we can.
He looks around the room with a look of
Sam has several new burn marks on his arm, scars. He has the hands on his calluses are heavier. He looks as though he's aged a good few years in the time that Drew hasn't seen him. It's very clear that he's pushing himself just as hard to keep himself distracted.
he touches the burn marks. And when he does, he gets
You keep touching me.
I can't help it.
I have to go. I have a present for you before I leave. I have two for you, actually. I have two presents for you.
He just it's almost as if his touch goes physically cold.
If I don't leave, I am going to destroy everything that I have committed to, built. I will walk away from the things that I gave no one to, after having already done it once. If I don't leave, first off, I don't think my body could handle exactly what I would do to you tonight. Oh my God. But I don't think that Lerwin's heart would handle what I would do. And I have already broken the heart of one person I love. I prefer not to do it again. But I will indulge us one small favor for each of us. He'll kind of very gently put his hand on his cheek, kind of trace his jawline, and lean in to give him a kiss.
His eyes close.
He presses his lips to Drew's, parts his mouth, and kisses him very deeply, pouring love into him. If Drew had any doubt that Sam did genuinely love him, it is just destroyed right now. He almost overindulges in the kiss, wrapping an arm around his waist, letting his hand go from his cheek to the back of his head.
And
But
as it continues, he'll feel a river of tears.
if Sam were a cold-hearted, ruthless fucking Shadow Lord, he'd be crying too. With the fucking goddamn willpower of a saint, that man breaks the kiss. And almost as though he is in pain, he pulls himself away from Drew's body, fighting back tears. Absolutely to the point where he's almost in tears right now. Shaking very slightly, trying to compose himself, hold himself together. So hard. Manages. It's literally almost shocking how he goes from the verge of almost an insane fit of loss to cold. Just the man is replaced by someone indifferent who doesn't care, who's looking at Drew as though he's a stranger on the street. He just tilts his head a little bit.
That's a perception empathy.
His eyes can't hide it. Even with all of the successes I got to turn himself off, 5 successes even, he cares for Drew so much that in the depths of his eyes he can see that there is a man inside screaming for him, begging the body to stop, for the Shadow Lord to stop, to let him love the man he wants to love. But Sam is a Shadow Lord, and he shuts that part down. The part of him that wants something for himself, he shuts it down. Because he is, in the end of the day, a Shadow Lord. A child of Grandfather Thunder, and nothing more. And he looks at Drew, and he fishes around in his pocket a moment. And he says, I am aware of some of the conditions of tonight for you. So my second present is this. And he pulls out a tape recorder, a small mini tape recorder. And he lifts it up and presses stop. And shifts his finger over and hits the eject button. And pulls out the small tape. And sets it on his table. He takes a pen from his pocket, a Sharpie pen, a little label, sticks it on it, and says, "Listen to me after the 31st. He tucks it into the little case safely, securely, and sets it back down on the table. And he looks back to Drew.
He's just silently weeping.
We will see each other again. This town is too small, and our circles run too tight. You will always be dear to me. And I consider you a friend. I do. Well, I consider you more than a friend. But for both our benefit, I have to consider you a friend. But let us never speak of this again. For both our sakes. I don't think either of us could handle the heartache anymore. All right?
He just blinks rapidly. Like the words are hitting him, but they're not processing.
Sam closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, a shudder almost. There are so many other ways he wants this to go. But no, they're not going to go that way. He'll open his eyes again and he'll look to Drew. I'll see myself out. Thank you for the wine. My old friend.
And he reaches out for his hand as he's walking away.
He'll let him catch it. He stops, looks at his hand, looks back to him. Why can't I roll this good with counts?
There must be something that we could do. That there has to be some way. Sam.
He closes his eyes.
And he's clinging to that hand. I'll get a sex change. I'll buy a hooker from Russia to bear your children. Please don't. I have money. I can.
He clenches his jaw tight and he pulls his hand free. And he turns and he walks to the door.
And he'll just hear Drew hit the floor.
He opens the door. He goes through it. Doesn't even look back. He just closes the door behind himself, trots down the stairs, grabs his coat, prays to Grandfather Thunder and every god and demon and everyone else that exists that Drew doesn't follow him.
Let's see. He'll hear the apartment door upstairs open. But no footsteps down the staircase.
He'll shrug his coat on quickly, almost a jerk, pull open the door to the downstairs, and step out into the cold night. And he breathes deeply, long, rolling, jagged breaths, and immediately the tears begin to flow. They just flow down his cheeks so hard, like a child ripped from his mother's arms. Someone who's just lost a lover. He just loses it, silently crying, shaking.
Give me a perception alertness.
One success.
He'll hear glass shattering upstairs.
He'll take a deep breath and say a prayer for his friend. And finally, this motherfucker failed. He'll turn around and he'll run upstairs.
The display case that Drew had in his kitchen, there are books thrown through it. The windows in the back of the apartment shattered. There's glass everywhere.
He'll soften. He'll look to Drew. See if he's hurt.
He's got some cuts and scratches on his hands. Nothing terribly crazy, but he's just...
His brow will knit. Drew can see his eyes are wet. He mopped his tears up on the way up, but why don't we go have a beer? You look like you need it.
I can't. He just looks like he's trying to find air that's not filling his lungs.
He'll walk over to him. And is he on the ground or is he standing?
He's on the couch next to the pile of books.
He'll go sit next to him, and he'll wrap him in his arms. He'll wrap his arms around him, and he'll kind of tuck his head under his chin, and he'll stroke his cheek very softly, but very chastely. And he said, I still am your friend. I said, I'm still your friend. And friends are here for each other. So although I cannot be your lover, if you need me to stay right now.
I don't think you understand.
What?
I. You're the only person I've ever loved.
I understand. You've told me that.
And you're the only one I ever will.
Come now. You are young, and I am not that amazing. It's me. You will find.
Dick.
Yeah, I know. I'm really. I tried to tell you this. I'm horrible. Relax. Aim higher, for God's sake. You will find better than me one day. I promise you will. And when you do, when you find somebody who can love you as you deserve to be loved, it's going to taste so sweet. And I want that for you. I want things for you I can't give you. God, please, for the love of God, don't believe it's because I don't love you. Please. Andrew, I love you. I do. I really, really do love
I
you.
would prefer it if you didn't.
Oh, God. If there could be such a luxury in this fucking world, that we could control who we loved. But we don't. Do we? We don't. I wish I could turn off my love for Axel. After he died, I was going to die. I wish I could have gone with him sometimes. He was my world. I can't even talk about him. But we move on. We do. I know it seems now like we don't. But we do.
He'll sort of wiggle away.
Yeah, I've made so many wonderful world horrors. I'll look at him. Oh, please, for the love of God, Drew, please allow yourself to be happy.
He gets this look of determination and annoyance and anger and frustration and everything.
So what you're basically saying is all the stages of grief happened at once. You froze. Oh no. Time for your nightly commercial break. Brought to you.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, where did I?
You cut out at anger and determination and all the stages of grief at once.
He goes through all of it, and then it's just blank, hollow. Sam's near the coffee table, right?
Yeah.
There is a folder on the coffee table under his wine glass that says Caldwell Banker on it. And the caption under it says real estate sales.
Are you leaving?
I'm dying.
I know it feels like your heart is breaking, but it's not doing it quite literally.
No, I'm done. You can go.
Is this really what you want?
No, I don't ever want you to go.
No, I mean, unless you have some rapid acting malignancy, I imagine that you are going to end your own life within the next hour or so. So do you really want me to go? Or do you want me to stay with you and hold you?
I want you to lie to me.
I see.
I want you to make me believe.
You want me to be someone I'm not.
Well, that's what you're asking me to do.
I know. I know that. Because fate apparently is the cruelest mistress in this entire.
Well, that's documented in poetry, music, various stories, since all of those things started so clearly.
Well, we can hold you tonight while you allow this storm to pass. And you realize that you will find better than me one day. You really will. Or I can hold you while you decide that this is the end of your tale. But that's all I can do. Or I can leave and find out in a few days what path you decided to walk. And I will look to find what you chose to do. But what I can't do is lie to you, because I love you. So, you have a decision to make. Right now, or within the next minute, I'll be generous. Do you want me to leave and find out in a few days which path you took? Do you want me to hold you as this storm passes? Or do you want me to hold you as you walk through the curtain and pray that in our next lives we find ourselves together? I'll sit back waiting for him to decide.
He is going to Well, I have to think of what he's actually going to do. He's pretty done fucked right now.
I understand that his state is a bit weird to make such a hard decision. I'm sorry for putting you in that position as a player.
I'm gonna cut you.
Oh, but I like it so much, baby.
He goes over to the barrel of wine and picks up his glass, and he'll drink 4 or 5 glasses of wine, damn near licking the tap.
Silent people. This is what it does to us, tap lickers.
And Sam will notice that all of the books that were thrown are written in German.
Bastard.
Every single book And most of the books in the milk crates, German.
Nice. So yeah, he's watching him to see what he wants.
He picks up the barrel, shakes it a little bit, and when he realizes it's empty, he tosses it aside. Like the whole barrel, just punk. I seem to have built up my tolerance for iocane powder.
I see.
And he looks at Sam, and he kind of sways a little bit on his feet, because at this point he drank a barrel of wine in an afternoon.
Yeah.
And he looks at him. I was at karaoke about a week ago. I didn't sing or anything, but I was walking past and a song was on. And it caught my attention.
Oh.
I hate myself for loving you.
Ah, I know that song.
Yeah, it's my ringtone for you.
My ringtone for you is bye bye.
What are we doing?
I don't know. You're the one who had a choice to make, not me.
No, you
I'm on
made
your
your
time.
choice.
Oh, yes, I did.
Maybe you should get back to her
Before I lay you down on your bed and do things with you that I want to do to you? Yes, I should. You know what the best part is? If I made you scream my name to high hell, so you shook the very heavens itself in pleasure, Lewin would not remember, as I understand.
No, from what I've been told, when we wake up tomorrow, it's like it never happened.
So, it would be easy for me. So easy for me to do this, to take that one. Almost as though he's considering it, actually. Wouldn't it? He'll get up and he'll kind of come closer to him, as though he's really considering it. The movements of his body, the tone, everything. He stops. He'll kind of look Drew over.
Let's see what Drew's
God.
gonna do.
Damn it. You know, at the very least, you are fucking gorgeous. Do you know how many times I've screamed your name since we left each other?
Since you left me.
That's
He
what I
stepped
said.
back. So
That's
you
what I
said
said.
since we left each other. No. You
Yes.
left me.
I did leave you, yes. I'm sorry, when I look at you, I told you I get...
I guess I'm just not worth the fight. And he turns and walks over to the broken window.
If you need to tell yourself that to make this easier, fine. You're not worth it.
I
You're
tell
not worth
myself that every day.
Good. It's better for you. It's
But
what
I'm a
I...
horrible liar.
I know you are. I'm terrible at it. Obviously, I'm a terrible at it. I really need to go.
Fine. But you may not find me here tomorrow. Or the next day.
Yeah, your character finds himself pushed against the wall.
As he
He basically grabs him and pins his head, like his hands above his head.
and he'll fight. He'll try to squirm out of his grasp.
As he has him pushed against the wall, he'll basically say, "I told you I need to go. Do you have any idea what you do to me?" He'll basically try to wrap his arm around his waist. It's not a very, it's impassioned. It's not.
Yeah, it's not aggressive.
Yeah.
I feel you. I understand. His eyes flutter for a second. And the gears are turning. He's processing. He's drunk. So drunk.
Sam's lips will go to his neck. As he basically, Drew essentially wiggled away one hand, we'll say, and Sam has his other pinned against the wall. And, he kind of kisses at his neck and rolls his hips against him, and then he pulls himself back a little bit and he says, I can't do this.
Oh, fuck me running.
Please stop me.
He just botched a willpower roll.
Oh, Lord Almighty, this is either going to hurt or be wonderful.
He is going to hard slap Sam right across the face. Hard slap.
God. Yeah, it actually stuns him. He actually fucking may have to make a rage roll for that, honestly. It's a full moon tonight, so...
Yeah, and he, it throws all of it at him, like a hard slap.
He didn't rage him, but god damn, good morning. Hi, how are you? You slapped him back into his right mind. Good job. Yeah, he'll kind of... It'll snap him and he'll look at him and he'll be like...
His voice drops at least an octave. Leave.
He'll let go of his hand and he'll spin and head for that door. Without looking back. Oh god, oh did he want to though? And he'll jerk the door open.
Oh good, there's
and
my willpower came back. So, oh good, there's my willpower, it came back.
Hi, willpower.
Yeah, as he goes down the stairs, he hears the front window of the apartment open. And we will let him continue down the stairs.
He'll stop. He'll go down the stairs, go outside, he'll stop, and he'll look.
Something comes flying out into the middle of the street.
He'll stop and he'll look at what it was.
It's a little tape.
He'll shake his head. Bastard. He'll pick it up, brush it off, put it in his pocket. Take a deep breath, steadying himself. And he'll walk off alone into the cold night. And I think with that we can end our scene.
Yeah.
So thank you players for playing, and thank you watchers for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this evening of As the World Burns.